let's be honest, we all have our fair share of L's in our life. You've had your L's, and I've especially had mine. Especially this year, I've taken some of the biggest L's of my life. These are what I call canon events. Embarrassing and bad stuff that happens to you for the sake of your character development. Which is why today, I'll be revealing every single canon event I've been through in my 18 years of life. Now, I know that you guys saw the thumbnail and want me to get the story where I fumbled the bag, but we gotta work our way into it. So, hear me out for a little bit, but don't worry, I've been through some bad but entertaining shit in my life. Starting off with something that just happened to me this year. This is by far the biggest L I've taken. Long story short, my left eye almost got bitten off by a Rottweiler, and it completely slashed my eyelid open and I needed surgery. But first, let me explain how we got there. So, I was invited to one of my friend's birthday parties. It was taking place at his girlfriend's house, and I had been informed prior that the person had a dog and a cat, which is fine, because I love animals. So I got there from the get-go, and the Rottweiler was very affectionate. It was going after people for pets and stuff like that, and oh yeah, I was petting it, and during this moment, not many people were there yet, and I was informed that the dog had not taken its anxiety pills yet. So boom, everyone arrives, and it's a little hectic. Now, I won't lie, I had already pissed off the dog once that night, but because I had pulled it away from my friend who was scared of the dog, and it barked at me. But then it came back to me for pets, so I assumed that we were chill at that point. So then I'm petting it, and when I'm petting it, I forgot why, but I decided to take a knee, and whenever I took a knee, boom, it jumps at me while trying to bite my eye out. And luckily, I dodged most of it in time, but the damage was already done, and its tooth slashed my left eyelid completely open, and my left eye was gushing blood. First, everyone was sort of concerned that my eye got bitten out, but luckily it didn't. So everyone was worried and was trying to see what happened, because yeah, they just see my eye gushing blood. And I didn't want to ruin the mood for everyone else. So after I was done stopping the bleeding and stuff like that, I stayed at the birthday party for about 4 more hours before I ended up going to the ER and ended up pulling an all-nighter. Long story short, I get surgery to repair my eyelid. Luckily, my eye is all good now with very minor consequences from that situation. Also, the friend who I mentioned that our birthday party I went to, they broke up with his girlfriend, which I'm pretty sure started at that party. So, I guess it's karma, I guess. A few days after I posted my first video on this channel, I actually traveled to Africa and actually edited and posted my second video when I was in Africa. But in Africa, all I'm gonna say is the highs hit high, but the lows were hella low. Anyways, when I was staying in my grandma's house, I had to share the bedroom with the son of the caretaker, who we're gonna call T for privacy reasons. Now, T was a little bit strange, but he was alright in general, so I sort of dismissed it until doomsday arrived. So, after an 11-hour road trip where I came back to my grandma's house, all I wanted to do was get some sleep. Now, oddly enough, I was actually struggling this night to get some sleep, and I guess T must have thought I was asleep at that time, because out of nowhere I just started feeling the bed shaking and hearing a noise of skin slapping. And whenever I felt the bed shaking, I knew what was going on. I just didn't want to believe it, and that's when I figured out that this motherfucker was straight gooning. The worst part about this entire thing is that I borrowed him my headphones, my mouse, and my mouse pad prior. So this guy was gooning while using my equipment that I gave him. I hope his nasty ass jizz did not touch my mouse or anything else. And yeah, safe to say, whenever I woke up, I washed all my things and I packed them, but didn't let him borrow it again. I can't believe this gooner freak can contain his lust for one night. Who the hell goons with a stranger in the bed beside them? Luckily, I was pretty far away from him in the bed, but still, like, oh my god, I wanted to kill myself. The worst part's the next day, I accidentally saw a picture of his eggplant. Well, actually, being honest here, it's more like a chili. But it's a bit of a long story, and I don't want to make the video too long, so we're gonna save it for another video. Wait! I'm not trying to hold you guys up for too long. I've been only posting since June, and I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers before the year ends. But only 6% of my viewers are subscribed to my channel, so please help me get to that goal. Please sub up if you like the video this far. You can always unsubscribe if you don't like the videos. Now back with the video. Now, I know you hornballs, you guys probably clicked on the thumbnail that I put because there was an attractive woman on it. I know how you guys act. Yeah, fumbling the girl is a canon event in the life of every man. And yeah, vice versa for women too. I feel like a lot of women have fumbled men too. And I feel like there's no other way to describe the experience of fumbling someone other than it's devastating, man. No, I'm not the type of person to go on two-mans and stuff or try to rinse people up on the street. I'm a go with the flow type of person. There was this girl in my high school and I saw her once. And after seeing her, I just couldn't get her out of my head. So, you know when you see someone once and you start seeing them everywhere? That's essentially what started happening after I saw her once at my school. She was essentially the final boss of hallway crushes, and she was the first girl I'd ever actually liked. So naturally, I tried to get closer to her on a personal level, which kind of failed because I was awkward as hell back then. It failed, but I was still taking small steps for a few months until one fateful day, I started hanging out with a dude, and that's when I knew. That's why I knew I was cooked. It didn't take me long to figure out that, yeah, she had a boyfriend. After that, I fully crashed out. I'm not gonna lie. I was crashing out for next week, and yeah, worst part is that the dude was chopped as hell as well. So I actually had a chance. But honestly, hey man, looking back at me at that time, I was also chopped, so I can't really say anything. But yeah, I would like to believe I've grown up now, you know. But the important thing is that at least nothing like that has ever happened again. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it happened again. God damn it. Worst part was the exact same situation, but this time I actually became good friends with the person prior to knowing they had a boyfriend. After figuring out they were in a relationship, the second time, not gonna lie, that brought me down to 1 HP. That was like, it was worse than the first time, being honest. But hopefully it won't happen for a third time. But only the future will tell, and I hope it doesn't happen the third time. Anyways, now as much as I'd like to talk about more else of experience, I don't want to make this video too long. And if I make a 20-minute video, it's gonna take a decade to edit. So let me know if you guys are interested in seeing a part 2 of this. Let me know your guys' canon events. I'm interested in seeing if your guys' lives suck as much as mine does. But anyways, thank you fellas for watching. Like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see y'all next week.